Hi, I'm Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, an analyst of over 15 years. Would you like to see a macro analysis of Bitcoin, the total market cap of all of crypto, the total market cap of all the altcoins, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, the DXY, the NASDAQ, the S&P futures, gold, Sol, ETH, and Ethereum? We're going to have a blast. We're going to really deep dive this macro market. Jump on in with me. Let's have a blast, and let's do my Friday macro technical analysis. Welcome to the Friday macro technical analysis video. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. Hope you're having a wonderful week. First thing I want to take a look at is Bitcoin. Today will be the monthly close. Tonight we will do a monthly close video. That monthly close looks absolutely beautiful. It's going to close bullish engulfing. It does have a wick to the upside, but it did wick above the previous one. And we're going to be able to put this candle inside. It's a bullish monthly close, also showing support at about $93,000. We head on into the weekly. And as we said last week, I said we're likely going to continue. I said from here, you're likely going to see that we're higher than we were the week before. That's exactly what we said last week, and we are. Not much different, though. Last week, the candle was ripping. We didn't continue to rip, but like I said, when this candle closed, this candle is higher than that candle. We are continuing higher in the candle closing. We didn't rip above that candle, okay? So it looks like we could continue, but so far, so good. This is still intact. Everything is still here. The one thing that we're looking for is the candle to close above 104,005. Very important. We're getting very close again. Earlier today, we held it, but we got resistance at 106,000. I really want to break down the daily for you. The daily has a lot of key information that you're going to want to know. So the daily right now is in what's called an ascending triangle. ASCEN, ascending triangle, all right? Ascending triangles are 50-50 patterns. The first move would be from this wick to that wick. That's what I'm learning is the algorithmic range of the move. That would take us somewhere up here to about $125,000 Bitcoin. However, we do see a resistance that we can't seem to get a daily candle to close above, which is 106,000. We must get a daily candle to close above 106,000 to remain bullish. When the Stokes are low and curving, we tend to get a bump. Low and curving, we got a bump. They're low and curving right now, suggesting we do get a push, but we got to get through resistance. Stochastics could easily bend if we can't get above the resistance. So right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and it's telling me $125,000 is the target. Now, if we dump, we're going to dump the base of this too, and this could be a dump back down, and that brings you back right down to support, right somewhere at about 92K. So it's not all off the table that we could dump. However, what I like is this big, see how we came here, then we lost it, then we got above it. A really key area that I'm watching is 102.3. If we keep staying above 102.3,000, I am bullish on that daily. We can go up and down all we want in here, but if we close a daily candle below 102.3, it just suggests we could come back to that point of control here at about 97,300, and that just, so 102.3 is a sketchy area for me personally. And it's an area that we don't want to be losing on the daily time frame at all for any reason. So that's something we'll keep focused on. But the $102,300 area is a crucial that we stay above it on the daily. So anything else can happen, but that's an area you do not want to lose on the daily. So to me, yeah, it's a 50% pattern, but because we have a low high and a higher low, it's suggesting we will put in a higher high. You can see a shoulder, a bit of a head in a right shoulder, suggesting to take the 68% chance that it's going to rip to the upside. So if I had to call it, I have to tell you that next week we're likely going to be further up, somewhere here into the 108, 110, maybe even $114,000 region. Doesn't really matter the number we're at next week. It matters that we broke out and we're pushing further to the upside. The Stokes say yes. The inverted head and shoulders says yes. And if we slap on those tight moving averages, they're getting pretty close together again for a big move to the upside. So I see mixed signals. It could go either way, but I am leaning more to the upside than to the downside. However, if the daily does close above 102.3, I will have to reconfigure my idea, and that will throw a wrench in my plan. So that's my update for Bitcoin on the macro, and I hope you enjoyed that. I had a great time doing that, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let's take a look at total for all of cryptocurrency. This is total. And total looks really nice to me. It's getting very tight. Very, very tight. We can actually bring this up, bring this in. You can see we are just getting so close here. a massive move is about to happen. And the tighter you put an asset and the closer it gets, especially trillions of dollars, right? Like into all these assets, into this market cap, the more explosive the move. I'm also seeing the shoulder, head, right shoulder. That is a 68% chance with low stochastics, lack of bearish momentum. This is telling me to open up a long with a stop below here on Bitcoin or any, and we should be getting a massive move. It tells me next week when I show up, 1, 2, 3, 4, we could either be a little more sideways, about to break out, or we have already broken out. I don't see us lower here, but you never know. But the odds are likely next week we're going to have a massive breakout. And when I show up next Friday, we're going to be higher than this wick, somewhere in this region after a big move to the upside here for Bitcoin. So I am bullish on the total market cap. When I lean into it and I really look at the probabilities, my system tells me that I'm going to look smart if I call along. It's telling me the probabilities are higher that we're going to go to the upside. So that's how I'm calling it right now. Things could change throughout the week. Watch my stream every day. But right now, bullish, bullish, bullish. We look at total 3. It's the same idea. Bottom of the channel, about to get tight. It could go either way. You could call it, to me, it's more of a bull pennant than a symmetrical triangle. If it does break down back to 8, but if it stays high, you have this beautiful trajectory, tight moving averages. It just suggests there's going to be a massive move for the altcoins in the next 2-3 weeks at the very most. It says by basically this first week of February, things should really start to cook and we should explode. This will head to $1.65 trillion for the altcoins. So the altcoins look like a massive move. It says when I show up next week, 1, 2, 3, 4, like the altcoins would have broken out, taken out this high, and we're on our way to Valhalla, baby, to the upside. So I'm very bullish on total 3 on the altcoins. The next thing I want to look at is Bitcoin dominance, because once you get into the altcoins, you want to see, is Bitcoin dominance going to pull back? Are we going to get a move here? What's going to happen? Bitcoin dominance is in a giant symmetrical triangle here. You can see, all right, it's getting tighter and tighter inside of this zone. And these mainly recently, they're 50-50% patterns, but mainly I've seen them break to the downside. Nice to see that Ethereum's starting to get a bit of a push. And Ethereum, it has some bullish divergence, is attempting to gain a little bit of momentum back. It's gained some momentum back against Solana, and it looks like it may gain some momentum back against Bitcoin here. So look, this could be the charge. Again, it doesn't look like it'll be too crazy. It could get tight. It's still the Bitcoin run here, like we run up. But maybe we get tight in here, and then Bitcoin drops. So we might get this drop, then a pump. That pump is Bitcoin to 120K, 125. Then Bitcoin resonates, starts to go sideways for another bigger move to 150K. And during that sideways price action, we drop out of this. These mainly have dropped to the downside. What you're going to be looking for is a candle to close below the 200 MA on the daily time frame on Bitcoin dominance. So it looks like more it looks like we get a little bit of a dump, more sideways price action. And it almost says when I come here next week, we should really just, Bitcoin will be probably still inside the nose of this channel and about to figure out, we should be somewhere right around here and about to get rejected. That's really what we're looking for on Bitcoin dominance. Let's jump on over to Tether dominance. Tether shows how much money is in Tether compared to the rest of the market. You want Tether dominance to be dropping to the downside as well. Let's zoom out, but right now our Tether dominance suggests, more downside, right? But I'm going to show you kind of what we're seeing and why. We bearishly retested that. So right off the bat, I see this as a bear flag that wants to break down, and it looks super bearish. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Nobody wants to be holding Tether, all right? All coins are looking hot right now. Tether's about to dump. So this also tells a story. Look at the head and shoulder there. Like, you can't deny that. So a head and shoulder on... See, I don't just look at one asset to find out where the market's going to go. I look at a multitude of assets and gives me the highest probability. One asset already gives me a probability. The second asset gives me another. And then we can kind of continue with that idea. And as that moves on and on, we can make this, we can make that move and that assumption of what's going to happen. So I like what I'm seeing here. Sorry about that light kind of flashed on me there a little bit when the sun came in. But but focus on the charts. But see this is a beautiful head and shoulder pattern that's likely to break down. And that's going to spell a big pump for Bitcoin and altcoin season here. So it looks like we're just right around the corner. Stochastic's about to dump, and things are about to go our way here, folks. Very, very close. It looks like next week this will have broken down, and we'll be somewhere down here, and I'll be saying, I told you we were about to have alt season. I told you. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is the DXY. It's kind of like, you know, what's going to happen to the dollar. Now, if the DXY is strong, all right, it could be, you know, it usually isn't the best for altcoins. You want to see the DXY kind of lose some value. Why is that? Well, if the DXY lost value and the altcoin stayed flat, they probably would go up in value, right? This is a rising wedge. It was supposed to break down 68% of the time, and it did. Now it's kind of bearishly retesting. This also looks very similar, all right, to Tether dominance. It's not as bearish on the daily, but it isn't a bear flag to me. And I see that just coming up and then rolling over. You can even see here on the RSI, not easy to see, but look, you got a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder on the RSI that wants to take you down. You can see it here too, shoulder, a head, bit of a right shoulder. It looks bearish. You know, I wouldn't long something like that. The DXY looks like it's going to lose some value. That's also going to help Bitcoin's cause. Nice pump to the upside here. That segues us into the S&P futures. Remember, I was super bullish when the world was massively bearish. I said we're going to get a pump up and then likely go sideways. We didn't even come as low as I thought. We go a little lower, but no, we are tight. The money printer is about to come on like you wouldn't believe. Look at this. Oh my goodness. The S&P is about to explode. So get ready. Put your hats on. The wind is about to pick up. There's about to be a monster move here in the S&P. This thing is about to absolutely explode. And I've said it before. I've said it again. Everyone said this was the end and all this. I said we're going to get a bounce on the 618. I said that's your long. I said look for this to pump. I've been bullish all along. S&P, baby. First target 6.7. Next target 6.99. That looks like you can get there by April. It looks like we're going to have a massive devaluing of the dollar. It looks like Trump is going to basically cut income tax. People are going to pour money into this market all around the world. The U.S. markets are about to explode in euphoria. It's going to be a 3-month move, it looks like, or a 2-month move. That's going to be absolutely insane. Get your bags packed. Get ready. I haven't made predictions like this since the last few big calls I've made. I'm making one of my most world-known, magnanimous calls I've ever made on this channel. The S&P is about to blast to the upside on a major level. Team, clip this out and make it its own little viral video, man. This is one of my biggest calls ever. I see a massive move in the S&P. All right. The NASDAQ looked even better. Let's take a look at it. Same exact channel. I showed you the cup and handle. I suggested we were going to break out. We're getting tighter now with the higher lows. This is all playing out to fruition. I see a move for the NASDAQ to 24 and then all the way up to 26 now. This thing is out of control. A new all-time high coming for the NASDAQ. I'm calling it here right now. Another one of my massive calls. This would be a buy zone right here. NASDAQ about to blast to 24,055 to a new all-time high. Bang. And I've been calling the NASDAQ and the S&P spot on for years now. And this thing is about to get lit. You don't even have to trade the daily. No, you don't have to play any nonsense. Look, there's a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Every asset's about to blast to the upside. I can see it. This is getting crazy. All right. With that, I'd like to look at gold, which is about to explode as well. If the dollar is going to drop, and it is. We talked about this. We showed you this pattern before it happened. We drew it out. We went tight. Gold ripping. Actually ripping out of this little flag to the next bigger flag. So that target for gold is setting up for a big move there. Gold wants to continue. There's your measured move. I see gold flying all the way up to about, what, $2,900 an ounce. Gold, baby. And I can see this thing ripping all the way to 3,447 too as well. That's my bigger target. Gold, baby, gold. And this thing's going to hit that new all-time high, blast through it. It just made a new all-time high today. It did. And so look for gold to continue. Eventually, it is going to flag out like I'm showing you. Come back to the 21-day moving average. And then a big rip is coming again for gold. If you like trading gold, or you just like, I used to trade gold for years. So just watching gold soar is so awesome for me. All right. And bang, bang, bang. Then we want to take a look at Ethereum. All right. Ethereum's in a massive, massive cup and handle, and it's in this tight channel. Looks like on the big look, this is a big idea here. The real big idea is this. Look at that. That's macro analysis for Ethereum, headed all the way up to 8,500 somewhere by June. It says of 2026 though, January of 2026. Sorry, that would make sense. Almost an $8,000 to $10,000, somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000. I don't see Ethereum getting bigger than that. I got another chart for Ethereum on the Binance chart. It's just I just put this out to Twitter. I see it inside a inverted head and shoulder, a giant cup and handle bouncing off the 618. This is the king of alts. When Ethereum rips to its all-time high, the altcoins start their massive run. Ethereum would have to break through 4,800 and then we'd be gone. The target for my cup and handle is $5,200. This is one of the most bullish macro analysis videos I've ever done, and I didn't even know it was going to be this bullish. So, and then last thing I want to take a look at is Sol Ethereum, and just kind of take a look. That's actually been bouncing back a little bit. You know, what I see is Sol actually looks like it may fall against Ethereum a little bit here, but not too much, honestly. Like, when I look at it like this, I feel like it's going to kind of spawn off the side and make a smaller flag. But for the first time in a long time, as you can see, Sol was just gradually beating up on Ethereum. Ethereum finally taking it, and even today, Ethereum really making a bigger move against Sol. So that's pretty awesome to see. One last thing I'm going to see is ETH.D. There's an Ethereum dominance as well. Look at that, man. It is punching to the upside. Ethereum. There's a time when Ethereum takes the cake. You know, World Liberty Finance, Trump's company, they've been buying tons of Ethereum, right? Someone's of 100 million or some big number, man. They've been, you know, I get the exact number. You can Google it, but they've been buying a lot of Ethereum. So yeah, we could grok it right now. But just understand, Ethereum's on a tear. That's likely its bottom there, even on, you know, Ethereum dominance, starting to come on up to the upside. So this video really broke it down for you. It broke it down for me. That's why I do this every single week. It really puts things into perspective and keeps me cooking. I hope you like this. I hope you're ready to go. I hope you have your bags packed. I don't want you to see me soaring into the moon here on my way to Valhalla, and you're looking up at us like, dang, man, what happened? You know, no one gave me the technical analysis. Anyway, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice. All right, this is just for educational purposes only. But I hope you see what I'm putting down here, and I can't wait to show you more. I live stream every single day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m., and even 2 weekend morning streams. I'll also be doing monthly candle close tonight. I can't wait to see you there. God bless you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life.